All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Colin SBDC CARE Seminar Series. We hope this is going to be a very helpful um, set of seminars for you to get your business on track and ready to go in 2021 and learn how to deal with what Sylvester and I were just discussing is the new normal. Um, My name is Alex Plotkin, and I am Senior Business Advisor at the Collins Small Business Development Center. A few pieces of housekeeping before we get started with Sylvester. As you'll see on the screen, we'd like to invite everyone to go to that first website and sign up for as many of the seminars as interest you as you need. We've tried to spread them out on different days, different times, and on a lot of different topics. So go check those out, and we think there's going to be some that will appeal to you. This webinar and this seminar and all the other seminars are going to be recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel, and that is the website there. So if you don't have a chance to register and see those in person, you can check them out. It should be sometime in the next week or so after they get posted. And by the way, these seminars do run all of January and through part of February, so it will be a couple of months before they're all fully posted. At the end of this seminar, we will send you an email evaluation. It would really help us out a lot if you could take a minute and just fill that out and help us and Sylvester improve our offerings. And then finally, we'd like to invite everybody, if you haven't already, to fill out on our website an application to receive some additional help. There's a lot of different levels, as you can see there, for different help, but part of our charge is to provide paid consulting for as many people as possible. So that is something that we would like to do, paid on our behalf, by the way, not you. You will not have to pay for anything. All three of those options are at no charge to you. So let's get moving. I'm going to introduce Sylvester Chisholm. He is the CEO and founder of Global CTE. From starting his first company at the age of 17 with only a water hose, a bucket, and a dream, Sylvester has garnered over 20 years of experience in entrepreneurial best practices and business experience. His ideas on business innovation and his essential digital marketing strategies have been featured in the Wall Street Journal, Forbes, Inc., Steve Harvey, and more. And I'd also like to point out that Sylvester's is the first in our series, but it's also the first one we've had sell out. So I think that speaks volumes for Sylvester's reputation and his experience. So let me turn it over to Sylvester and let you get started.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. I'm excited to be here with everyone. Thank you for everyone that has joined us here today. I'm honored to have this opportunity, and I'm here to add value. I want to be super clear about that. I am here to add value. So any questions at any moment in time, drop it in the chat. Alex and I will do our best to answer those questions and to get to those questions so we can make this personal to you. So I know last year was not a year like any other. It was definitely not a normal year. But as we move forward in this new year, we are seeing that the businesses that will succeed, the businesses that will create wealth, that will create jobs, that will create value for the community, are clear about what they're doing in the digital transition that is really taking place. So today I want to share 8 digital marketing strategies to succeed in the new normal. So let's get into it here. Okay. I want to know right now who's in the room. I want to know who I am talking to. So please share in the chat right now. Okay. Let's make this a conversation, not just me talking at you, but I want to hear from you. Please let me know your business name, the industry you're in, how many years you've been in business. Are you B2B? Are you B2C? So are you doing business to business or business direct to consumer? I want to know those things. So please light up the chat, share some information so that I can know who I am talking to here today. All right. Okay, I see one in here. Let's see. Okay, I see some things coming in. Service master, commercial cleaning. I love it. I love it. Casting, Mountain Solutions, IT, 2 years. Much success to you. Okay, okay. I see someone planning a new business. High Def Group, LLC, Drive Auto. Okay, I love it. 9 years. I love it. Oh, you're lighting it up fast. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Okay. B2C, 3 years. Construction, concrete. Okay. Sporting goods, orthodontic laboratory. These are great ideas here. Great businesses. 20 years plus. I love it. 24 years plus. Congratulations to you, Heritage Bank. Common Roots, Mercantile. Okay. Okay. Gift shop. Okay. Keep them coming. I love it. Drive Auto Appearance, 11 years. Okay. Law firm, Tawana Witherspoon. I see you. 5 years. Okay. Okay. This is great. This is great. This is a great start. I appreciate you all for sharing that. And I'll do my best to try to personalize this conversation to the group that we have here. As I see, we have, 5 years, 11 years, 24 years, 20 plus, 3 years, a couple new businesses. Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, let's get started. Let's get to it. Okay. So you're here. You signed up for the presentation. It was sold out. So this is the information I know you want to know right now. What will you learn today? Okay. We're going to learn how to set up our MySpace page correctly. We're going to learn how to use direct mail to the best of our ability. We're going to learn how to put the best yellow pages ad in the yellow pages here. Okay. All right. Nobody logged off, Alex. Okay. I see everyone's still here. Okay. No. All right. Seriously. This is meant to be a joke, but to really drive home a great point. We have to do marketing in a modern way. All right. We have to do marketing in a modern way. So there was a time period where maybe it was talking to people and meeting and networking with people on MySpace, or there was a time for the Yellow Pages ad. My very first business, my car wash business, that was the first advertisement we spent $53 on a small box ad in the Yellow Pages, and that brought us a lot of business. But today, the transition is to digital. And so we cannot, I see we have a lot of seasoned business owners in this room. What we cannot do is stay loyal to old ways. Okay, we can't stay loyal to old ways that no longer serve us. We have to move forward. What matters is now and the future, and what we're creating for the future. All right, what happened in the past, what worked in the past, what didn't work in the past. It doesn't matter. We're here today, and we have to do things in a modern way. And that's what I want to share with you guys today and talk about. All right. So the new normal, what is it? The new normal is digital. And this is basically the thesis of this conversation we're going to have today. How can my business thrive in the digital world? All right. How can my business thrive in the digital world? This is what we want to really focus on. And this is the question that we all need to answer for ourselves. All right. So how I use digital marketing. Okay. I want to share this. This is what I'm doing. All right. So I do a lot of speaking engagements. I've written books, curriculum. This is maybe the old way. You see my TED Talk here that's related to this book on the entrepreneurial mindset. This is a recent presentation that I just completed a couple months ago with the Brazil Embassy. We were talking to social entrepreneurs in Brazil, giving best practices to them. But we can't stop. We have to figure out what it is that we're doing now. I mean, what we've done in the past, and how can we transition that to make it work in the digital environment. So this is the mindset. I'm really going to talk a lot about shifting our mindset in that way. Okay. Our curriculum offerings. Okay. We offer, these are all online. that we offer. Okay, we're in over 600 school districts, work with over 50,000 students. At one point, literally, it was the books, right? That's what they wanted. That's what we were shipping, boxes of books. Now it's digital, it's curriculum. It's the same thing if you think about the way we consume our music. Maybe it was CDs, it was tapes, but now we are streaming, right? We're not even downloading the music necessarily. We're just streaming it, paying a subscription for it. So these are the same ways that you're seeing things, these transitions happening for your kids at school. They're coming home with the laptop, not a bunch of books. These are the same way. This is the same way you need to be thinking about your business. Okay. My best friend and I, we started a car wash business. It's my buddy Art here. We won the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Awards for the best detail shop in the nation. They flew us out to Vegas, hanging out with all these different celebrities, from Kevin Hart. This is me speaking at the MGM Grand in front of 20,000 people. This is one of our airport car washes that we have in St. Louis and in Kansas City. We were featured in the Wall Street Journal for companies that use social media to grow their business. All right. And this is how I end up here talking to you. Some of our contracts that we have, I still own and manage this company. We have contracts with Amazon, AT&T, which I actually think is headquartered there in Dallas. All right. But moving forward. So what are we going to talk about today? All right. This is the first CARE seminar. So we are truly here to help you compete, help you advance, help you recover, help you elevate your business, and help you to succeed. The topics I'm going to share start with the heart. Talk to your customers. You are a media company. Follow the data. Invest in video. A Chipotle case study. Content strategy. Repurpose content. And I'm going to also share a virtual toolkit. Now, I do want to say to you guys, being a practitioner, I have a lot of friends who are, entrepreneurs, great business leaders and thought leaders, and doing some interesting things. So I'm going to try to share stories of lessons that I've learned, things that I've seen, things that I've learned from some of my friends. So if it's okay with you, let's jump right into it. Okay. Number one. Okay. I know we're talking digital marketing, but we have to start here. We have to start with the heart. Okay. We have to get back to why you started this business. Okay. Why did you start this business? You really need to ask yourself this to get back to that personal connection of something that you are truly passionate about, or something you recognize that you had a great skill or service or an interest in. Because if you made it out of last year and you're still here and you're committed to this business, it really is speaking to the heart and how much you care about it. And if you care, your customers will recognize that, and we want to try to get that heart center into all of the things that you create and produce. So let me share a quick story with you. So this is a good friend of mine. His name is Prince EA. He's a rock star when it comes to social media, influencer, has over 1 billion views on YouTube and Facebook. He creates videos and instantly they shoot up to millions of views. Okay. And so we talk all the time. And one day we were having a conversation. We were we were in San Francisco, and we were both speaking at this conference together. And I asked him, I said, man, what makes your videos, what are you doing that's so different, right, than everyone else? Why are you shooting up to 1 billion views? And I was expecting something technical, a technical answer like, oh, your microphone, your lighting, or, something like that. The algorithm. And he totally threw me for a loop. And he said, all my videos, all my work comes from the heart. It starts there. It starts there. And that's an intangible thing. That's an intangible thing that people can feel when they know that what you are doing, when you're serving, when you're putting out that concrete in your business, or when you're talking to a customer in your law firm, they know that the work is coming from the heart. And so we have to start there. So I really challenge you all to reconnect back to that space, and the content that we create, it has to start there and come from the heart. Okay. Number two, talk to your customers. Okay. You really need to talk. This is a time where this is more important than anything. Especially, I see we have a lot of seasoned business owners in here, but you have to ask yourself, how are you communicating with these people? I mean, it can be old school, pick up the phone, call people and just say, hey, I'm checking on you. How are things going for you? Not even necessarily trying to sell you anything, but just trying to connect with you. Nike did a great job with this during the pandemic. When it first kind of hit and things started to shut down, they released this post on Instagram, and I love the post, so that's why I highlighted it. Okay, the health of athletes around the world is our top priority. So they're starting with empathy here. Again, heart. All right. Beginning March 15th, we're temporarily closing stores. Let people know what you're doing. Okay. So if you have a storefront business, let people communicate with them. Let them know what you are doing. But then also you can still shop with us where Nike.com, where Nike app, but most importantly, stay healthy and active. Use their Nike Training Club, Nike Running Club apps. So again, they're telling people maybe the store is closed down, but come visit us online. All right. So communicating with your customers is important. Just checking in with them, whether you're doing email communication, using your social media. I know the rules are changing. I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I've seen the restaurants go from 50% to 25%, back to 50%, down to 10%, no indoor dining. So there's a lot of things that are changing, but talking to your customers and letting them know what's going on with your business, where you guys stand, what you can do is important. Another thing I think is super important, moving to follow up, right? When you're talking to your customers, I just added this because I thought it was interesting. A Christmas gift I had bought a T-shirt from Lululemon, who's another great company that's having success during this time. They sent me a follow-up email about a T-shirt with the rating system, and I would encourage everyone, especially for those who have been in business for a while, figure out a way you can create a Google form to do this, to send to your customers to get feedback on products or services, or you can also even send direct links to your Google pages, like so that customers can give you reviews, and because people are looking at that now more than ever. Like if you're like me, when you're on Amazon, I'm checking for the reviews. I want to read what real people are saying. So this is something that's super critical, and using that digital follow-up tool is super important. I would encourage you to do that if you're not, to think about that. All right. Now, step 3, you are a media company. Okay. You are let me go back to the chat here. You are a child nutrition advisor plus media company. Okay. You are a printing and designs LLC plus media company. All right. Better Place Electronics plus media company. All right. Law firm plus media company. Drive Auto Appearance plus media company. So what does that mean? It means that you offer your business, you offer your service, but you have to create content around it. This is the world that we live in now. People want to see what's going on. And this is the new way to engage and to sell and to share and create community around the brand that you have. All right. And it's not just saying, hey, buy my service, buy my product. No, it's offering value, it's giving value, give value, then ask for the business. This is Gary V, a person I would definitely encourage you to follow if you don't. He's a rock star as it relates to sharing content in this digital age. Now, I want to show you how you should think about this, because it's not just create random content just for the sake of creating content. Okay, we need to be strategic about this. We all are very busy growing our businesses, trying to maintain our businesses. Okay, so what we need to do first, we need to know your core message and your business goals and the KPIs. What are the key performance indicators that drive business for you? Is it new leads? Is it trying to get new phone calls, new emails, inbound, or different things like that? What are the business goals? What are the sales quotas that we need to make for each month? Okay, now we need to find the target audience? Who cares about that stuff? All right. Who needs what we have, and how are we positioning ourselves? When you leverage content correctly, you can position yourself as an expert and as a thought leader. All right. There are certain search terms that are related to your business that people are going online and searching for. We want to create content that links to those keywords and which helps to end up with search engine optimization later on in different traffic. I have a great interview ahead that's going to talk about that. All right. Building brand authority. Again, like I said, expert positioning. You want to position yourself as the expert in your industry, in your town, as it relates to this particular service. And we want to create content around all of that. Okay, so that this stuff makes sense. All right, so that this stuff makes sense. We want to, that's how we want to think about this. And then we want to measure it and see what's working, what's not working. All right, so the goal here is to create a modern content strategy designed to meet your business goals. All right, some of the things you may do: podcast. Gary does this, pulls audio, creates video content, sharing different strategies to help potential customers, business people, finding underpriced attention, places where you can create content that is free or low cost. At one point, that was Google ads. Pay-per-click didn't cost that much for certain terms. Some terms it's still the case. Others it's higher. It was Facebook ads. Facebook ads are kind of going up. Instagram story, LinkedIn. You want to think about where can you find the underpriced attention and create content where your customers are at. All right. Now I said following the data. This is something that I thought was super important. Okay, hold on. I see someone. Is there a bad echo? All right, let me see if I can fix this. Can you guys still hear me? Alex, let me know if you can hear me. You can hear me? Okay. Is it okay?
We can still hear you.
Okay. All right, good. I saw somebody.
I'm not hearing any echo.
Okay. All right. Kimberly, you let me know, is that it's just a louder echo? Okay. All right. Well, follow the data. This is something I want to talk about. A great small business owner, she leveraged customer data that she found from using Google Analytics, created content around it, created a product bundle, and ended up creating great search engine optimization. So I'll share. We can watch it here together.
While they're at home, that was our biggest strategy. People are at home. Some people don't know how to do their hair. So we created a blog post called Quarantine Beauty Guide. And let me take it a step back. This strategy was because we used Google Analytics and we searched keywords that people were looking at, like top keywords during the pandemic. And a lot of blog posts, big magazines like Elle, Allure, and Cosmopolitan, they were writing about, beauty guides during quarantine. Quarantine was the highest keyword, or self-care or beauty care during quarantine. So as a small business, I wanted in on that. Okay. So I wrote Quarantine Beauty Guide, stay at home hair care is the topic of the blog. We wrote that blog on April 6th. And we sent it to our email list. We posted it on our social media. It got a lot of organic traction. Then we took it from there and started running an ad to it, which got
Google. Hold on, let me stop you. A Google ad or a Facebook ad?
A Facebook ad.
Facebook ad. Okay.
Facebook and Instagram ad. We started running an ad just to get some exposure. It wasn't even to sell a product, but we're like, okay, there are a lot of people searching on how to do their hair. So we gave them tips on how they can care for their hair at home. And of course, we mentioned, products that we can help them with. And we showed a few customer photos and stuff, but it wasn't like a hard sell. It really was just a guide to say, hey, you can do this at home. Don't panic.
Let me stop you there. I love that you really got in the moment, right? You really got in the moment in saying, okay, what is the pain point for our customers, our potential customers? And it is, okay, I can't go to the salon right now. How do I do my hair at home? But then you took it another level and did the research on the Google Analytics.
Yes.
And so, and just so like for anybody that's watching, this is that's something that you can do. That's a free tool, right? To go into Google Analytics and type in top keywords, right?
Yes, you can have Google Analytics. Our site is on Shopify platform, so you can have a Google Analytics account linked to your Shopify, and it's just pulling all of that data, so you know like where your traffic is coming from, what are people searching for, and all of that stuff. My whole thing is go with the data. Don't be out here guessing what you should show your customers or what type of products to offer them. When you have those type of systems in place, it tells you, and all you have to do is just go with that and create your content and your products around it. So once we ran that ad and people started asking questions like, okay, I have the guide, and I love the tips, but what now they want to know what specific products can I use? So we created a healthy hair bundle of products, and another ad was ran retargeting those same people that were interested, they were looking. So now we have a guide and we have products to go with that guide. And we ran that it's still running. It's still running. It's still a very, huge thing when it comes to hair care. And it's so funny that we did that in April. And now if you go on Google and you search stay at home hair care, we will show up as the second link on the first page. So now we have that domain authority. So it's going to help you even in the long run to say, okay, if anybody is trying to do their hair at home and they go on Google, they're going to see my blog post and it's going to take them to my website.
So now so you tapped into the search engine optimization.
SEO.
All right. Again, follow the data. This is bigger than ever in this current time to pay attention to the data of your customers, understanding what it is that they care about, what it is, what are they searching for online? So the things that people are searching for, understanding how your product or your service can tie into to those search terms and creating content that adds value, but then also having the opportunity for the customer to engage with you from a business standpoint. People have your customers have questions about different things. So think about that. And you can go on Google Analytics, like what Candy said, and go in there and search the different terms and then figure out how you can create content that relates to those search terms for your business. This is more important than ever. All right. Pro tip. Now, this is something that I think is super critical right now. Use your voice. Your business has a voice. And for those of us who've been in business for years, we remember those times where it was like, we didn't pick a side on anything. We kind of maybe kept some of our personal views. We just kept them to ourselves. But in this new day and age, people want to know how you feel about things that are going on in the world. And I found this example. I thought this was pretty interesting. The Mavs owner, Mark Cuban, with the police chief in Dallas and some of the Mavs players, just using their voice from a political standpoint. You don't have to do this, but just know that if this is something that you are interested in doing, it is okay to share your voice and your customers. You'll be surprised. You end up building community around that. Like, we're not robots. We are people running these companies, and we have people that are our team members. So understanding how this can add value. And this is also another place of potential content creation to share your values and your message. Going a step further, that was political. But if you have not, you should definitely figure out a way to attach your brand to some cause or something that you care about in the community. For me, it's this. I'm on the board of the Show Me the World project, where we take kids from inner city St. Louis to Costa Rica. They learn life skills, they learn business skills, they learn how important it is to be able to thrive in a global economy and understand their place in the world. Now, within this, so this is us at La Fortuna Waterfall in Costa Rica. Good things will come out of this. Again, another opportunity to share my brand with another brand, something that I care about, We actually are teaching the kids here how to roast coffee. How does this make sense? Because it's like, okay, well, in Costa Rica, some of the best coffee in the world comes from Costa Rica, right? So I took this whole class on learning how to roast coffee, and we're teaching the kids life skills, entrepreneurial skills, that sort of thing. The kids sell the coffee, right, as a fundraising tool. And this is something why I put this in here is because it's a great example of how we leveraged a modern pricing plan and using a subscription service. And so depending on how you are selling your business, your products or your services, I would challenge you to think about, is there a way for you to tap into a unique pricing model of a subscription service for what it is that you're selling, so that you can put yourself in a position of recurring revenue. All right. So this is, if you're selling one customer at a time, think subscription, figure out how you can do that for your business. When you do this, good things happen, right? Good things happen. We ended up being featured in Inc. magazine for our social entrepreneur activities that we were doing with the students. Now, this is one of the things what I'm saying is like the relationship that can come from you linking your brand to causes, from you sharing your skills, some of the things that you have access to, or sharing your customers with a brand or a cause in your local community or abroad, something that you care about. It's super important. Video, right? For all of your products and services, you need short form video, okay? You need short form video because, as you see the line I put down here, video generates 12 times more shares over text and images combined on social media. So every product that you offer, every service that you offer should have its own individual video to explain it. It's going to help you, one, in terms of scalability. It's easy for your services to be shared. If you have a great customer and they want to share what it is that you're doing, and if they're just passing out your business card to someone else or your flyer, you're missing an opportunity for a person to see, oh, wow, look, this is how we perform this particular service. So I'll show you an example. It's a short promo video here of the coffee. Now, just so you know, all of that was shot, the video features was shot with the camera phone, okay? So this was not some expensive production. Other video creation tools, Canva, if you have an iPhone, iMovie, these are things that are easy for you to use and to access if you want to do it yourself or have someone on your team do it. But even if it's just you standing in front of the camera and sharing about the business, the service, or the product, people want to see people. They want to see the video and the visual. So I think I would encourage you definitely to be thinking video first in this new normal. Okay.
Sylvester,
I'm sorry.
Sylvester, you mentioned short form video. What's a good amount of time to shoot for, or range that they should shoot for in these videos?
15 to 30 seconds. 15 to 30 seconds. And if you can get really good for social media videos that are 15 seconds, that's something that could also be used as Facebook ads, right? But the shorter, the better. Now, if you're going to do something long, like, let me tell you about my business, why I started it, that sort of thing, maybe try to keep that within a minute, okay? But if it's for a product, get straight to it. Like in this instance here, coffee's right there in your face, right? We're going to get straight to it. If you're selling, thermoses or something. Get straight to it. Talk about the features. It has this lid. It has, talk straight about it, right? So get straight to it, because people are really clicking off of things. 2 to 3 seconds. Like, you have to catch my attention like right away, or I'm scrolling on to the next thing.
Right.
So shorter the better, which makes it easier for you. So if you have some fear about doing this, like, just do it. Just talk about it. No introduction, all of that. Just what is the product? What's the service, benefits, that sort of thing. All right. Chipotle is another great example. This is something else you could do depending on the type of business that you have. Sharing with your customers some way that they can engage with another cause, selling your service, letting another cause or organization, 20% of the proceeds are going to go to this or that. That's a way for you to create content and also to tap another network of individuals. So think about that. Chipotle is doing a great job during this pandemic. They've really made some incredible upgrades, and I want to share more about them in this case study here. This relates to the website. Make it simple and easy for people to do business with you. So I want to share, get this going here. There's a quick case study here.
Chipotle case study. All right. As it relates to the future of digital marketing, your website needs to be easy for ordering, and you need some version of a rewards program. Okay. And when I'm saying ordering right now, I'm speaking to the restaurants, to the service businesses, to anyone that is selling something on their website. Even if it's just information, make it easy for me to find the information that I need when I'm coming to your website. Make it easy for me to do business with you. Let's not make it complicated. I came to your website for something, for your service, for your offering. So let's talk about ordering first, okay? So it's lunchtime, I'm getting hungry, all right? So I want to order a burrito or a burrito bowl, lifestyle bowl, salad, tacos, sides, or drinks. It's super clean, super simple, straight to the point. We want to do the burrito. We come onto the burrito link. It asks for either the city zip code, or I can geo-track it and just search nearby. So let's type in the zip code. I'm here in St. Louis. So where is the closest Chipotle? Here we go, near Olive and Craig. Click on this location. I want to pick up from this restaurant, or if I want to order catering, I can do that here. Okay, so let's go with pick up. So now my location is saved. Now let's move to build out my burrito. I'm a chicken guy. Let's go with chicken. Okay, I can click to customize it. Do I want normal or double? Let's go with double chicken. Why not? I'm hungry. Okay, so do we want veggies? I can add guac. I added double protein. Do I want white rice, brown rice? Let's go with brown rice. Again, the features are here. Light, extra, a side. Do I want it on the side? They thought about the things that the customer would consider when ordering. Okay. Black beans. Let's go with black beans, and I'm going to go with light black beans. Okay. And what else do I want? Do I want a side of guac, fresh tomato? I would like some tomato salsa, regular amount of that for me. I would also like a little tomatillo, red chili salsa. Let's go with a little cheese. Let's go with light cheese here, lettuce. And if you want to, they've thought about some of the extra things, right? So these are things that you should think about as it relates to your website. Or there's some add-ons, or there's some options, but make it simple and clean for your customer to do business with you on your website. Chips and salsa, chips and guac. Let's go with chips and guac. Add it to the bag. Enter my name. So if you know, they have pickup stations inside of the Chipotle. So I don't even have to talk to anyone. I can go in here, I can pay for this, and it'll tell me how long I have to go and pick up my order, 15 minutes or so. I can pick the time, all of these different things as it relates to ordering my food. You see, here we go, pickup time, 1:15, or if I want to pick it up later, 1:30, 1:45, 2 o'clock. These are the kinds of things that you want to think about. Pickup info, put my name, phone number, email in there, okay? Now, keep it simple. You can also set up delivery options right now. If you are a restaurant and you're trying to figure out how you can advance right now in this time, well, think about delivery. Partner with some of these delivery services. Figure out how you can compete in that way. Okay. Now, we do want to go back here. Rewards. This is super important. Okay. The rewards program for Chipotle. Okay. How does it work? Order Chipotle and you'll get 10 points for every dollar that I spend. Okay. Every time I hit 1,250 points, I get free Chipotle. I like that. Millennials like that. Gen Z likes that. It's been proven that most people who go on a rewards program with the restaurant or any other service business, they're more likely to come back. Okay, they're more likely to come back because people like to collect those rewards. Now, I'm not sure exactly how Chipotle has their rewards program set up, but for my small businesses, I want to share this with you. Okay, this is from capterra.com, and I would suggest you do your own due diligence and research on this, but I wanted to find and share some rewards programs that you could use. Tap Mango is one here. Preferred Patron Loyalty is another one. Kangaroo Rewards, 5 Stars Loyalty. These are all different programs that are designed for the small business owner, for your website, for you to partner with. Some incorporate SMS, some email programs. But this is something you definitely want to be thinking about as it relates to digital marketing, moving your business into the future. Right now, 2 things. Website has to be simple, minimal friction to do business with you. Think about that. If I'm ordering a product or you're selling a service, make it easy for me to order that, and think about adding a rewards program, a modern rewards program, not just the old school punch card or something like that. So simple website, rewards program. Let's go.
All right.
Chipotle case study.
I wanna share this with you. Sales growth for Chipotle. Digital orders are now making up nearly half of their sales. It's super important that you think about that as you make this transition. People want to do business online. Simplify that website, figure out a rewards program to keep the customer engaged. All right. And that could just be even sending out email promotions, depending on how you have your website set up with whether it's if you built it on a Wix or a Shopify or WordPress. There are different ways to collect that data, people who are buying from you, and share back with them so that they stay engaged with you. All right. I'll move it up a little faster. Hold on. What did I put in here? Oh, is this from maybe it's from one of my older hip hop presentations, but no. Okay. Naughty by Nature, OPP. You down with OPP? Okay. Yeah. You know me. Okay. Well, you're like, why is this in here? Well, let me explain it. Okay. All right. Other people's platform, right? This is a content strategy. I'm going to try to move through this quickly here, but it's about leveraging other people's platforms. All right. Interviews. Tony Robbins does this. A lot of some of the high level people, you'll see them interview each other on their shows, leveraging each other's audiences. You can do this with your potential customers or friends that are doing interesting things, who may have a podcast or maybe in your local community or something like that. All right. Again, I mentioned podcasts. Find relevant podcasts to share your message as it relates to your industry. If you're an expert in concrete or something like that, figure out who could hear that, who would want to hear that, connect with the industry, positioning yourself as an expert, more content you can share back with your customers that showcases you as an expert. This is an interview, a podcast I did with the International Painters Contracting Association, which led to a keynote for their organization. So think about using podcasts and content to share, right? You can create your own podcast. And I would encourage you to do this as it relates to the customers you're trying to reach. instead of saying, hey, buy my business, what if you reached out to them and said, hey, I want to interview you as an expert in your industry. Let's talk about it. So now you build community, you build rapport, and this is a free tool. Literally, you can download the app on your phone, record your own podcast using your phone before you have to upgrade to expensive mics or anything like that. And it will automatically post it to Spotify, iTunes, and more. All right. This is modern content. I do this. We record some content and post it there. Think about that. Affiliate programs. If there's a way for people to make money selling your products, you can do that online digitally. Some websites may do it. You may offer your customer referral code, something like that, to encourage people to share your product or your service. And it doesn't even have to be this. It could be a free coffee mug if you share, or 20% off your next visit if you share, something like that. All right. Event takeovers. Be active. All right. If you're not doing this, connect your brand with the larger platform. Let people know, let your customers know that you are doing this today. If you have not, take a picture if you're in your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, your office, whatever, screenshot it, take a picture of it, tag Colin SBDC, tag me on it, so that people can share it. When you do this, you're going to end up connecting yourself to a larger brand, to a larger event. But then also it shows your customers, it shows your community that, hey, I'm serious about this business that I'm working on, or we're pushing forward. We're moving into new directions. We're doing new things. And you can create a lot of community by doing that. So I would encourage you to do that. If you have not, share this information, share something that you learned today, or take a picture of your computer screen, like I said. All right. You don't have to create everything in terms of content. Evan Carmichael does a great job with this. He'll find top performers, top thought leaders, and create 10 rules. He'll cut up video and put it into different segments. Like Seth Godin, he did a great one on Seth. This is something that you can do as well, is pulling content that's relevant to your community that they may care about, that may be a celebrity or someone else or something interesting of the moment, and share it back. This is something that I've done a lot. This is an NFL football player who had one hand. They were making a big fuss about him in the NFL draft, and they were asking him about his hand. And he said, I never really worried about it. I always believed in myself. I shared that clip as a piece of content, something you could totally do. All right. Interviews. Again, some of your friends, some of your good customers, share, tell us about their experience, other people in your industry that are similar or related, or interview potential customers. These things can go a long way. This is a speaking engagement I had in rural North Carolina, and at the Q&A, there was a young girl who was there. She was 14 and she had this Braille block business. I thought it was interesting. I pulled out my phone, asked her a few questions, interviewed her, posted it maybe a month or two later, and how good things happen. The high school that she goes to, they posted it on their homepage. The community college, I think it was Tri-County Community College, they posted it and shared it with all of their people in their community. But creating content, interviews, it helps connect your brand with larger brands, and you never know where these things can end up. All right. Document your life. People want to see you're a person, right? Share different things that you're doing. Share pieces of the workday. This may not look like it to you, but this is actually work. As I'm in Paris eating a crepe, we have a fashion curriculum where we take students on virtual field trips. So we were here in Paris at Fashion Week creating content that we can put back in our high school curriculum, right? And so sharing a picture like this, it's just me just being silly eating a crepe. But think about things that you're okay with sharing. You may not realize it, but I'm actually an introvert. So there's certain things I don't like to share, but I am clear about what I'm okay with sharing. And that's something that you should think about. What am I okay with sharing? just as a note, we visited the Christian Dior Museum while we were there, and this is Christian Dior's very first fashion show. So starting small, pulling the layer back, pulling the cloth back, let people see what's going on in your world, what you're doing, and that sort of thing. Timing is important. As it related to the Christian Dior thing, I created a video about Christian Dior. He started first as he had an art gallery. The depression hit, shut down the art gallery, business failed. What if he quit, right? And this is actually kind of timely right now to think about it is in this discussion. But sometimes we can think that when an idea we had, we thought this is my purpose, this is what I'm supposed to do, and something's taken away from us, like maybe some of us in the pandemic, and you're like, oh, it's taking me away from my purpose, but actually, no, it's leading you to your purpose. And in this particular case, Christian Dior followed up on his passion for clothes and ended up becoming a fashion icon. I released this video on the day of the Christian Dior fashion show. So timing of content. It's the new year. What are some ways that you can attract attention with your customers of your home remodeler or some of the other businesses that we saw on here in the chat? Think about timing and saying, okay, oh, it's summer. Is it time for a new patio? 5 tips to, new patio designs. This is how you should be thinking, all right, as it relates to timing, all right? Releasing your content in a timely way. Culture, if there's some elements that are linked to you and culture, some things you care about, share that in the community. Art is something I'm really passionate about. This is the guy, Kehinde Wiley. He's the person who painted the Obama painting, famous contemporary artist. He did a big exhibit here in St. Louis, and I was hired to do some consulting with the art museum to actually take him around to find sitters for his painting. So this is actually being Kehinde Wiley in Ferguson. Content, again, to share. It connects with my local community. People care about that. It connects myself, having the pleasure of connecting with, with the famous artists. And yes, that is a White Castle bag on the ground there. That's something we like, White Castle in St. Louis. So I said, they were like, take it out the picture. I said, no, leave it in there. All right. So it's authentic. Okay. Authentic moment here. But again, that turns into this big gallery exhibit at the St. Louis Art Museum. This guy here, we actually literally found him across the street here at that little plaza. And just for perspective, just so you understand, like what's in this picture, this is like a $350,000 painting. But connecting culture with your brand and sharing it is content for you to create. People care about that. And this has actually been a way for me to engage with some of my other customers who also happen to be interested in art. You're a human, so share what you like to do. If you like hiking, if you like, fishing, share that stuff, right? If you like art, if you like music, if you like Dave Matthews Band, share that stuff with people so that they can see what it is that you're doing. It's content, all right? Repurposing. This is the last piece here I want to share. Okay, this isn't about religion or anything here. Joel Osteen, I like to start with something funny. But here is a great example. It's a chance I got to meet Joe here. But Joe does a great job with repurposing content. He will take a sermon or call it a speaking event maybe for you. 30 minutes, an hour, cut that up into short clips. So then now we have 3-minute video segments of him making a point, 1-minute video segments, whatever, taking the words from that, creating memes around that, all right? A book, you can take he'll take the sermon, put maybe 5 or 6 of them together, create a book, or take the sermon, pull out a few different points and create a blog post, 3 tips to do this or do that. He'll take the sermon, the video, extract the audio and create audio books or podcasts. What I told you earlier, this is something that you could do is pull the audio from a video that you were doing, talking about being an expert in whatever the business is that you're doing, And now you have podcast episodes, content to share. You can pull the words, have it transcribed, and create blog posts or books. So this is how you should be thinking about creating content for your business. And this is helpful for those of us who are like, what should I be doing? I don't know what I should create. But you can repurpose something that you've already made and continue to move it around in different ways. So here is the fundamental repurposing content rule of 3. Take pillar content, something that's long form video, all right? Extract the audio. Now we have another opportunity to leverage it for audio podcasts, all right? Take the audio or the video, either one, hire someone to transcribe it. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in the virtual toolkit. Like you can go on Fiverr, Upwork, or sit there and do it yourself. Have your secretary, assistant type it up, type the words that they hear, right? And now you have a video that you made. You got a podcast from it, and now you also have a blog post or Instagram post or LinkedIn post that you can leverage. All right. This is how you should think about creating content. If you're an introvert, you can take that. You don't have to be on the video. It's okay. We don't have to see you, but you can create memes, infographics from different content. These are some of the things that we've done. Position yourself as a guru. For all my people on here, 5 years, 3 years, 20 years, think of all the great business experiences that you've had. You have a story to share and to tell. Craft a message around that, and that can be used as a tool for you to speak at the conferences potentially where potential customers are, or to connect with your local community to bring customers in, right? And everyone has a story to tell, and I think this is something that's super important if you are okay with doing that and positioning yourself as the CEO, as the executive, the thought leader within your industry. All right. And this is something I can definitely help you guys with. Crafting a book around your story or your business expertise. It can even be an ebook, right? 5 strategies to do this or that, right? This is something that you can do. And what happens, instead of now you're handing out a business card, you can be handing out a book. And that book lets someone know, hey, this person is an expert in this field, in this industry. And what's handing out a book that may cost you $4, $5, $6, $7 to print, depending on how you do that. And it can lead to a $10,000 job or contract or something like that. That's how you need to be thinking about the future moving forward. Or an ebook, offering something to share to people on the front end. All right. Leveraging your expertise. It can help you create more business in what you're doing. And it could also end up, like it's done for me, is created an entirely different business. All right. Here's a great real estate agent, Josh Altman, created books around his content. Another real estate agent guy, Ryan Serhant, created a course around his content. All right. So this is it. Some things to help you, the virtual toolkit. Scheduling. I would definitely encourage you to think, as you really build this out, creating an editorial calendar, a schedule of saying, over the 5 days or 7 days of the week, or if you're going to just post 3 days getting started, whatever you're doing, but scheduling time to do that so you know what it is that you're putting out. Later is a tool. There are a lot of other ones. I'm just sharing some things that I've used. Hootsuite, I think SBDC, I think you guys use this one. This is a good scheduling tool. It helps to keep you organized and know you have stuff going out and not trying to do it in the middle of your day. Outsourcing. I talked a lot about a lot of different things. You may not be able to do all of this stuff yourself, and you shouldn't. I mean, part of a growing entrepreneur, growing business is team, is delegating, getting things done through other people. Fiverr can be a tool where you can find low-cost providers to create logos, help you transcribe things, video editing, all sorts of stuff on here. People all over the world, from Sri Lanka to Pakistan, who are willing to do things maybe at lower rates. Upwork is another great outsourcing tool for you to use to find. I feel like this was a little more professional personally, some of the people I've found on here. So you may pay a little more, but again, creating a virtual team. Your whole team doesn't have to be in Dallas, Texas, right? We're in a virtual environment. Let's think about results, getting things done. That's all that matters. Is I don't care where you're at. If you can get the job done in a timely fashion and with the high level of excellence, then it doesn't matter where that person is. So think about that. These are some good tools to help you in this digital age where you may not have enough work to hire a full-time employee, but you just have a couple projects you want someone to work on. Consider these as digital sourcing tools for work. All right. Canva, do-it-yourselfers, upgrade your professional images. The slide, my opening slide, I made it on Canva. So I use this a lot. Social media posts, Twitter, Instagram. They even have some video options to really give your business a professional look. It's pretty intuitive. So it's not that challenging to use different fonts and stuff. So I would encourage you to use this if you're not, to upgrade some of the things in your business. So I thank you all for taking the time to listen. The topics we discussed today, start with heart. Make sure you keep that at the focus of all the work you do and you create. Talk to your customers. If you are not talking to them, do that today. Hello, I'm thinking of you. Happy New Year. Say something. Okay. You are a media company. You are a blank, whatever it is you do, plus media company. That's how the companies of the future that are going to win. That's how they're thinking. Follow the data. This is more important than ever. Collect that data on your websites, emails, phone numbers. You can leverage that a lot. Some things I didn't talk about, Facebook pixels. We can get super technical with all of this stuff. But know that I am here to help you as part of this CARES program moving forward. Invest in video, super important. Chipotle case study, remember that. Using the website, simplify, rewards program for your business. That content strategy, OPP, think about that. Other people's platforms, how you can leverage that. Repurpose content, audio to video to transcription to written content, and using the virtual tools. I want to end it and say that I am here to help you, support you throughout this year. If you feel like there's some things that I've said that you may have some interest in, I want to help you, and I'm here to add value. Thank you to the Collin SBDC for this opportunity. Alex, I appreciate you very much. And remember, I want to just close and say, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Sylvester. There's Sylvester's contact information down there at the bottom. We also have it on our website, on our CARES team. We've got contact information for Sylvester and all of the other experts. Sylvester, I just want to tell you that I was watching our attendee count, and even as we went past 10 o'clock, we did not lose a single person. Everybody stayed. That's proof to me that this content was really, really valuable and helpful to a lot of people. I tell you what, I learned. I love the way you formatted other people's platforms. I think that's a great concept to think about how to work with people. And also, I'm really going to use the fact that everyone's a media company. You really can't stress that enough, and that is a huge mind shift for so many people, no matter what business you're in. So I think a lot of great strategies for creating and repurposing content. So just fantastic job. Thank you very much, Sylvester.
Oh, thank you, Alex. And thank you, Kim. I look forward to meeting and talking to you too. Who else? Lauren Lee, thank you. Appreciate you. Dietrich, thank you. If we have any questions, if you had any direct questions, if it's okay with you, Alex, we can take a couple minutes if you guys want to drop them in the chat, or I don't know how you want to do that. Yeah, if you have any questions, I'm open to answering any.
We're happy to do that. Cheryl wants to know if this is available for replay. It is. If you Sylvester, can you share that screen with that last slide on it again?
All right, give me 1 second.
Quick.
And just drop your questions in the chat if you have them. I'm going to share this screen here.
So Cheryl, all these are going to be posted on our YouTube site, which is that bullet point number 2 that's going to be on the screen here in just a second. Oh, can you go back one page there, Sylvester? There you go. Just leave it there. There, that YouTube site, that's going to have all of these within a week. This will be up and available for replay, as will all the other ones. So we've got, I believe it's 21 different sessions over the next approximately 6 weeks that are on a variety of topics that are available to, or are going to be useful to all businesses. So please go and check out that URL at the top if you haven't already, and sign up for as many seminars as you can. Sylvester, somebody's asking about your direct contact information.
Okay.
I'm sure that at Sylvester Chisholm will get you one way. Yep, that's the best way to get to him, or his website. There you go, sylvesterchisholm.com.
Then I put my email address in there too. So, and I am just in line with what Alex is saying. Like, take full advantage of this. I would definitely log into the next seminars. I've actually had the pleasure to talk to a network with a couple of the other presenters, and there's some really phenomenal people who are going to be coming to support all of us in this community. That's how we have to see it. It's a community, and it's here to support. And I am here personally to work with you through the CARES program, if that's possible. I mean, if you guys are interested. So,
Sylvester, we have a question here regarding the reward program. How do you know that your client shared your info? Where's the proof that they did?
Okay. Why am I not seeing this one? Okay.
This
Say
is
it one more time.
Q&A.
Okay. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Required. Can you read it again for me, Alex? I'm
Sure.
sorry.
Regarding the reward program, how do you know that your client shared your info? Where's the proof that they did?
Okay. So you may not have, depending on how you have your rewards program set up, if you have a customer code, like a referral code, that is something that you can use. So if you, let's say I referred Alex to someone's business, and I said, use my referral code. And so that could be a link, or Alex puts in Sylvester as in the, in the message when he schedules his appointment, so that I get credit. But that's kind of a very rudimentary way of you doing it yourself. But some of these rewards programs, they have tracking systems in there so that you will know if someone actually used that referral code. But if you want to just start with something super simple, like create a code, an individual code for someone or for a particular person or customer, and then tell people, hey, tell your people to use that code when they schedule or when they check out. And then that can be a way where you can track it. Yep. I see one here. I started a business providing nonviolent crisis intervention and verbal de-escalation. We teach 4 to 8 hour course and requires hands-on. Needless to say, this has been something that's been limited due to COVID, but I still want to get the word out about our service, but seem to be hitting wall for the overshadow. Okay, suggestions. Okay. Nonviolent crisis intervention course. If I'm assuming that is the business, the course is the business, the 4 to 8 hour course, then I think you should be looking totally at everything that I said in that last part about the content. And if you don't have, I've upgraded my equipment over the years. If you could see around me, I have lights and all kinds of things in here now. But I started with my cell phone creating content for courses, right? So record that, or the content that you already have recorded, or that you've created. If you don't have it in a digital format, you need to record that. And then there are platforms that, we could talk about in terms of uploading it to an online course platform where people can click and buy it from there. So you need to turn that into a digital thing, because one, that's going to help you continue to reach out to the people that you already work with, but then that's going to expand you across the country. So if I go back to my early slide, like we're in over 600 school districts with, with all of these courses across the country that we sell. And I didn't talk too deeply about it because it just wasn't really about me from that way. But let me go here. Okay. These are all individual courses that we sell to middle schools, to high schools, to community colleges, to even some small business providers that support entrepreneurs. It's all delivered online, right? They can all be delivered in person, but this is all delivered online. When you deliver something online, you're able to incorporate different things like this, right? So it's like, I'm here today, but this is an interview with someone else that is also here today. So I would encourage you to think in that way.
And Sylvester, you also expand your market to the world when you're delivering it online.
Oh, 100%. Like now, if we really want to get into the business of it, we're talking increased scalability, right? Open yourself up, frees up your time, right? And then you're leveraging something. You can get paid for something that you created 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that still can live because people still need it, right? And it's a better proposition. It really is a better proposition. So I would encourage you to move in that direction. I think I saw another.
Sylvester, I've got another question coming in here. It says, as a small IT company, what are some ideas within the repurposing ideas to help market? I guess they're asking for.
Yeah, okay. So as a small IT company, how come I'm not seeing all these? Okay, all right. As a small IT company, how can you repurpose content? So I would think of a problem. What is okay, I'm going to take it a step further. What are 5 problems that your customers have, right? That they come to you for? What are 5 problems that your customers come to you for? Create content on, isolate each one of those 5, create content talking about how you can solve those problems. And don't be afraid. This is something that as you move into this space, sometimes people can be afraid of, like, oh, they're gonna then they're not gonna need me anymore.
Right.
Like if I tell them how to do, then they're not gonna need me anymore. That may be the case, but in most cases it's not. What it's actually gonna do is demonstrate your expertise. And it also may make a person realize that I can't just do this router thing on my own. Like, what did you say? Get the what and put it where and which? Like, no, how about, because you can say, hey, this is how you set up your modem at home. Perfect. This is a good example. Everyone's at home, Wi-Fi. What type of router should you have? Should you upgrade your router, or how to upgrade your Wi-Fi at home if it's glitching? Get this device. Plug it in here, plug it into your computer. This is how you expand it across rooms in the house. Put this over here, put this over here. If you need help with that, I'm here. We're here to help you, right? That's an easy way, right? That's something super easy that you could do and create, and you would get traction off of that, similar to what Candy did. And you may have somebody say, oh, I can do it myself, but you're gonna have some people that are going to say, no, you know what? I'm just going to call you. Okay. That's what I care about as a brand. This info is so great. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jay Karan, if I'm saying that correctly. How can I help children in my area who don't have great computers during the pandemic? I'm a computer engineer with a lifetime of technician experience. Maybe put some calls out to your local school district and see, like, if there are any ways that you can help, or maybe volunteer your time, or if you could create, maybe as it relates to your business,
Sylvester,
Maybe you, I'm sorry, go ahead.
sorry, I was just going to suggest maybe that's somewhere, if you could create some kind of a campaign where businesses donated their used computers,
Yeah.
and that media would probably pick that up and take it viral. So is that what you were going to say? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to-
You went. That's it. We are aligned, Alex. We are aligned. Okay. That's why you're the man at the SBDC. We are aligned because that's exactly what I was going to say. And maybe you can start it off and say, hey, I'm committed to buying, 2 Google Chromebooks myself. Who wants to match me? This is what we're going to do. Set up a GoFundMe. I want to buy 20 computers, raise money. Like you said, offer it to the media, let people know, let your customers know that this is a project. My mother owns a hair salon. Every year she raises money for the homeless, collects clothes, all sorts of things. It just becomes a feel-good moment and connection with all of her customers. It's not cutting into her pocket from the sense. Go ahead, Alex.
No, I was just going to add on to that. When you said hair salon, the woman who cuts my hair lets it be known every December that all the holiday tips that she is given, she's donating to a homeless shelter. Well, not only do I give her a bigger tip, but I also give her a separate tip, and I say, I don't want you to donate this to the homeless shelter. This is for you. So she still makes tips. I
Yes.
assume, I'm not sure what she ends up doing with it, but
yes, no, and that's, you cannot go wrong trying to create goodwill or trying to help other people. This has nothing to do with digital marketing, but the law of reciprocity will work in your favor when you're doing that. When you're putting out good energy, the talents, the skills, the gifts, the needs that you see in the community, and you're trying to help, other people are going to say, man, like, how can we support you? Or who doesn't want to support the IT company that's buying computers for what is it? What are you guys? Fort Worth school district or whatever, the neighboring Dallas school district or wherever you guys are at. I would, yeah, and then get the media involved because people need that's another piece, because the media now is 24 hours a day. They need content, so it's a little easier for things to get picked up, especially if it's interesting and unique. So totally.
I've got one in the Q&A, Sylvester. Thank you so much for sharing your info, Sylvester. Of all the many webinars I've seen, yours has to be way on top. You have
thank you.
info delivered with a humble spirit. We'll definitely contact you in the future. That's Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thanks, Kimberly. I appreciate that. And if you want to, like I said, if you want to talk further, as Alex said, there are opportunities to do that. So I can help you build out some of those things that you're working on.
One last question we did get in here. As a startup that's not yet in business, what's the best methods of marketing to use before doors even open? That's a tough one without knowing the.
Can you share what type of business you have?
Let's see if that's Terry. If Terry will, if she's still on or it's still on. So let's see, maybe we can find out here. Terry is just, in general, a personal training studio, it looks like.
Okay. Oh, even better. Okay. So how can you read the question one more time?
Yeah. What as a startup that's not yet in business, what's the best method of marketing to use before doors even open?
Okay. Showing the journey, like I said. Let me pull that back up. Like I said in where's that slide here? It was at the end. Sharing the journey for people to see what it is that you're doing. This one, like this counts today. You're working on the business. So post a picture of yourself, your computer screen of the slides, me and Alex turn your video. If you want, like, if it were me, I would tell you what I would do on the advanced level. Right now, I'm about to give you advice for your business. I would put my phone at the computer screen like this and record it and say, got my question answered today. Can't wait for 2021, or I'm working on launching my fitness business, and share that content to your Instagram, to your Facebook. Your family, your friends, your supporters, they're gonna say like, "Oh man, that's so awesome! Like I'm with you. I see you working on the journey." But it is finding these micro moments to share, whether that is today at this CARES seminar, sharing content. Let me tell you what I learned today. Or it's also you going shopping online or going shopping for workout equipment, or it's setting up the video camera showing you doing a 10-minute HIIT workout. Put that out for free, like to say, hey, join me. First 5 workouts are free. I want to get a small group. Who wants to do this? Come join me. I don't know if you're opening a facility or if you're going to be doing this outdoors. I'm not sure about that, but sharing that content you have as a fitness business, you have so many things that you can talk about right now before that have nothing to do with the business being open. Nutrition, diet. What should I be eating? It's 2021. People are thinking new diet, lose weight. Lose weight, if I'm not mistaken, is like the #1 New Year's resolution. Right now, you should not be waiting. You should create some content, challenge yourself to do that today, not tomorrow, today. It's not even noon yet. You got time to do that. But anything that you're doing as you're building this, share it. Which logo do you guys like? This one or this one? Like, let people be a part of the building process. What's the best time to work out? The length, is it 30 minutes? Is it an hour? I'm trying to craft these workouts for you all. Like, think about it in that standpoint. But I would definitely challenge you to also think online as a big piece. If this is going to be a new business, you should totally be thinking about how you can do this online with the subscription service of some sort. So even if you're doing it in person, I would challenge you to record all of your workouts, because if you look at the people at the high level of Peloton, they started with the bikes and the treadmills, but now there's so many different things on that Peloton app to do workouts at home. That stuff is not going away. And it also just creates another revenue stream opportunity for you. So that's my advice.
Great, Sylvester. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you extending your time this morning past the 10 o'clock, and I'm sure all the attendees appreciate it as well. We still have quite a few people left. So to everybody who stayed, thank you very much for staying. Thank you for coming. If you have further questions, just get in contact with us. Let us know. And with that, I think we're going to put an end to it today. So thanks, Sylvester, and thank you to all the attendees.
Thank you all. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Be great.